That's just the kind of customer we like at our shop. Customers with low standards. Makes my job a little bit easier. Hello everyone, I'm CrypticFox, and welcome back to my humble little mechanics shop here. I've done a little bit more repairs since the last video, but I've had the itch to kind of just jump in here and do some more car repairs and see what other kind of cool stuff we can progress to. Now, as we level up a little bit, we've got the ability to get some new skills and things. I've just hit level 2. I've only done, I think, maybe one more car since the last video, just to earn a little bit of cash. So we're sitting a little over $6,000 in cash right now, but there's a lot of stuff that I want to get into in this game, and I know that some of it's going to be really challenging because I just don't have that background in automotive mechanics. But so far, it's been relatively intuitive, and I'm hoping as we go forward, there'll be some more clues that will kind of help point me into what I need to do. But in the meantime, we've leveled up once, and we can actually spend a skill point. So we've got two choices here. We can get this one here, which is 50% faster part examination, which would be kind of cool considering the number of parts we have to inspect. However, this other option is 50% faster screwing and unscrewing. And frankly, we're always loosening and tightening bolts and things in here, so I think I'm going to go with this, because for every time we inspect something, there's often multiple bolts that have to be removed, and then multiple bolts to replace, so I think this will be ultimately the net win. Let's unlock this upgrade. Fantastic. And it looks like at any point, if we decide that we've spent the points in a way we don't want to, we can reset the points, which is kind of neat. Kind of change that stuff around. So we need some more business. $6,000 just isn't going to get us anywhere. Although there are some, I know there are some things we can do here to like try and get scrap cars that we can own ourselves and then ultimately try to make use of. I guess I can't go through that door yet. I need to get to a point too where I can expand on my shop. So in the main gate, for example, we got this junkyard, but I can't go there yet, I guess. Same thing with the car auctions. I can go to the parking area, but I have nothing there, so that doesn't really make any difference. So let's just bring in some more cars, get some more business going, earn a little bit more cash, and then ultimately I want to get so that my car, my garage is kind of expanded a little bit. So what options have we got here? So we've got another brake repair scenario, poor brake performance, no bonus on that one. This one here, another brake one, no bonus with that one. Brake problem list provided. This one here's in blue though. This is no bonus, but repair with minimal parts condition 100%. Ooh, a Royale Crown. So they have like this funny blend of like real world car brands and stuff in there and then fake ones. I read in a newspaper that the timing should be replaced more frequently than recommended by the manufacturer. The oil, too. Please check them out and change whatever is needed. Now, I see, I feel a little bit like this one here is like your prime auto mechanics opportunity to make some cash that isn't maybe all that necessary. Wow, look at this. This car's actually in good shape. This is the first one I've seen come in here that doesn't have like rust all around the outside of it. That one's actually in reasonably good shape, anyway. Reasonably, I'd say. It's not, you know, it's in my shop, so it can't be that great. But let's get this back. Let's get this thing on the lift. See what they have in mind over here. So if we go in and check the orders in the car again, what's this one calling for? Wow. Okay, we got lots of actually. This is the point where we have to start to discover the parts that need dealing with because, All right, there's a lot. Looks like there's lots of opportunities in here. Faulty parts found. Now, I don't know whether these are like all ones we can discover that actually need to be fixed, or if it's just going to be a case of global bonding condition. Global parts condition is 87%. I don't know. So I don't know if this. Like I said, I don't know if this actually indicates the number that have to be fixed, or it's just an indication that there's going to be some stuff in there that we have to fix, and there might be some things to discover. But let's start off with the oil because I know for sure we can tackle that. Get this thing up with the lift. The oil out of here. Now the funny thing is, like, this person's say they're bringing in their car like when they don't really need to. They're trying to do it like before the manufacturer's recommendations. So I'm really curious to see what's ultimately going to come of this. Make sure this is empty. That's good. Send that thing back over and let's take a little peek under the hood here and see. Well, right under the whole car entirely, I guess. Now we can't. I don't think we can inspect the oil filter while it's on the car. I think we're required to take that off, so let's pull this thing off, and that will give us a chance to take a look at it. Check that. Whoops. Check that in my inventory. It's at 90%. I mean, technically we could swap this out. This person does want 100% parts and things. But this thing's at like 90%. This thing's still in fine condition, so I'm not going to... Whoops. Oh, no, don't do that. I don't want to sell that just yet. Alright, I guess I gotta aim at this thing again. There we go. Now we can assemble the parts back on here. Let's put this oil filter back on. It's at 90%. I mean, it's ridiculous to change that thing out now. Now, the trouble is, they did say that they want 100% parts completion. And that's not really going to cut it with like a 90% filter, which really makes no sense to me. But I think we can technically send the car out without getting it to 100%. It's just maybe there's some sort of a bonus or something if we do hit 100%. Pop the hood. All right, we're going to need to put some oil in this thing since we just tapped it right out. Let's take this off. That'll get us our oil jug. We'll dump all this in. I don't know if this thing actually just tilts when it's full. Yeah, it does. Okay, so it automatically indicates when the thing's full, which is the mistake I made last time when I was doing an oil change. I was trying to guess how full I needed to make it, but this thing actually just kind of takes care of that for you. So there we go. Perfect fullness. All right, this one task down. We got the oil change done. Perfect. Okay, so now, again, I don't know what that's going to do for things here. There's no... Well, it says there is a money bonus here. I don't know. We got a task bonus. We spent $50 on that. Task bonus $25. Total payout $75. So we net 25 gain there. All right. So this next one is going to be. This is where the tricky part is. So they're talking about the timing. So there's a. I don't know if the cars. Do cars still have timing belts? That's a really good question. I think we're ready to go through in here and just do a whole bunch of inspection because I'm not entirely sure what I'm looking for in terms of faulty parts. And this is where I think the game's going to start to get maybe a little bit tedious for me. Because there are a lot of parts in here that I need to check out in order to try to figure out what's going on. Well, that's fine. That's the alternator. That's not part of the timing. Hydro roller. Water pump. We're going to take a little bit of hunting, I think. All right, there's the timing belt cover, and the cover's fine, but it looks like we're going to need to get the timing belt cover off if we're going to check for the timing belt. So, this is going to be a nuisance. I feel like we're taking this whole car apart for nothing because this guy's car is actually fine. All right, we're going to need to start to take a variety of pieces off here, and then we'll have to try to assemble all this back together again. This might be interesting. I can't take off the serpentine belt yet, so we got... No, I can't take that off. Can I take this cover off yet? No, this cover goes all the way down, so we're going to need to take all the pulleys off here. Let's get right in tight here. Nope. All right, serpentine belt's off. Roller A. Nope, don't need to take that off. Can we take this belt off? It looks like it's just sitting there. There we go. We can get that off. Get this out. Crank pulley. All right. Take the water pump off. This is really... This one's a nuisance. I don't know why I picked the timing of all this one. There's going to be a lot to put back on this thing. All right, so get this timing off. There we go. Timing cover off, rather. All right, we've got the timing belt cover off. Let's get in here and do some inspection. Timing belt is green. I mean, it's at 90%. I mean, I could swap this out for them, but it's really kind of a waste. I don't know why we would bother doing this. Oh, the camshaft is toast. Both of them. Oh, and both... Oh, wow. Okay, so that's actually surprising. I thought I was just going to be completely wasting their money, but it looks like they've got some serious problems here. The cam gears and the camshafts are toast. Okay. So we actually do have some work to do to get this thing fixed up for them. I thought this was just going to be a fluff job. Apparently not. All right, let's get the timing belt off of here. Now, here's the catch. I don't know if in this game if there's anything special we have to do in order to set up the timing. Let's get the gears off here. Now, the camshafts, I don't think I can take out unless I take off the... Unless I take off the engine head cover. So, I guess that's coming off. Nope. These have got to come out first. Ignition coil's out. Man, this is going to be a big job. I hope this one pays well. Let's get the head cover off. It is nice having that little boost that lets us screw and unscrew things faster. At least we can get through all these parts a little quicker. Okay, we've got that out. Let's take a look at everything in here just to make sure that it's not just the... Make sure it's not anything other than just the camshafts. And it looks like... I can't inspect anything else inside here, so it looks like everything else is fine. the very least, I can't do anything else about it. Can be examined by taking it off the car. So I could take the whole engine head off. But that seems a little excessive. Let's just get the camshafts out of here. So let's unmount these parts. Get rid of the camshafts. You know what? Can I inspect the spark plugs? Can be examined by an Obido's. All right. I'm gonna take this part off. Let's take a look at the spark plugs. I don't think we can check the condition until we get them out. Let me see here. Man, I have a lot of parts in my inventory now. Spark plugs are fine. All right, so that's good. I'm just gonna put that spark plug back in. I'm not even gonna bother with the spark plugs because I don't think that's really the issue here. It looks like it's these camshafts and the cam gears that need replacing. So we're gonna need to go over and order those because I don't have anything that I can use to repair parts yet. All right, we need 2 camshafts and 2 cam gears, I guess. Camshafts. Oh boy, there's lots of different options here. So, what kind of camshafts have we got here? Let's take a look. I can't tell. That's wonderful. It doesn't really tell me. It's just straight camshaft. So I guess, I don't know, maybe they're named very, very specifically in here and it's just plain camshaft? It must be that, because the other ones have other indicators on them. So I guess we need 2 of these. There's a quick 400 bucks. We're needing cam gears too. Now, if I recall correctly, they were just cam gears, but I probably should double check that. Just to make sure. They are just plain cam gears, so that's fine. 2 of these. Alright. Start to reassemble everything again. Alright, so let's take first, we're going to part mount, put in these the cam shafts. It's perfect. Oh yeah, those look much nicer. I'll put on the engine head cover. That's gonna have a whole lot of little bolts we gotta screw in. Very nice. Put in the ignition coils again because we took all those out. Oh, wait a minute. Did you see that? The ignition coils are shot too. Wow, what is up with this car? I mean, it looks like it's in great shape, but it's definitely not. All right, those are gonna come out. I almost didn't notice. Get these out of here. Gonna need probably 4 ignition coils by the looks of it. Whoops, I don't want to take the cover off. Alright, how are the ignition coils in here? Let's take a look. So, oh yeah, all 4 of them are shot. Alright, just plain ignition coils. We don't need to do anything fancy with those either. Let's get some ignition coils. Man, I thought this was just going to be a simple job, but there's actually quite a bit in this car that's wrong. Oops. Ignition coil. Don't want plural. Alright, we need 4 of these. There we go. And actually, you know what? What else did we take off this car that we have to be concerned about? Alright, everything else is fine, I think. Hopefully this will kind of cover everything off. I guess maybe that list of stuff that was in there that was wrong really was an accurate count of all the pieces we had to discover. 4. Okay, we got that back together. Now we're going to need to put our gears back on. Cam gear 1 and 2. This is gonna, now we replace the belts. Now we're on the cam cover. Oh, sorry, the timing belt cover, rather. There we go. Now the gears. Unfortunately, all these gears and the idle roller and the tightening wheel and stuff, they can all be kind of put on in whatever order we'd like, which is good. Oops. Trying to correct the camera here a little bit. Come on, water pump. Okay, that's all good. We'll put this belt back on. Man, I hope I didn't miss anything, because if I have to take all this apart again, that would be kind of a nuisance. Put the belt tensioner in here. That's all good. We got another belt down here that's got to go back on. Okay. I think we got her. I think it's all assembled again. Wow, sweet. All right, let's take a look here and see what our notes have to say. Look at that. We nailed it all. Got all the pieces we needed, and we got the oil change done. Let's get this hood closed up. This car is done. Let's get this out of here. How much do we earn on this thing? This is a big project. Spent $910. Our task bonus was $855. Job bonus $440. Total payout $2,205. Repair with minimal parts condition 100%. So all the parts that we put into repair had to have at least 100%, and then we took care of that, so that's fine. Everything looks good. I feel a little, I don't know. It seems to me that when you put in all your camshafts and everything, and you do your gears and you do your timing belt and everything, you've got to reset your timing, but it doesn't look like I need to do that here. So I guess I'm finished the order. Let's ship this out. Collect our money. $7,341. Nice. Wow, that was a cool project. All right, so that was very different from doing a brake job, which is super straightforward. This one actually required a little bit of investigation to figure out what we had to tackle. And we're back at the brakes. All right, what do we got here? This one here is minimum parts condition 55%. Minimum parts condition 41%. It says no bonus for either one of these, so I guess we'll just take one. Doesn't really matter. Let's grab this guy. We get him up on the lifts. This car's back to the rust buckets. We got one nice car, and then we're back to the rust buckets. Get you on the lift. All right. What does your order have to say? So we've got disc brake and 2 calipers that need to be taken care of on this one. I don't want to get the whole thing taken apart in here and then find out that I didn't have to do all of it. So I'm going to kind of inspect, try to inspect without taking the wheels off. Yeah, this is one of the calipers that's toast, so obviously this is going to have to come off. Alright. Oop, there we go. Got the wheel off. Let's get in here and inspect all the parts in here. Oh yeah, this is the one that's toast, alright. What's there? 66%, so that actually meets the condition. That's fine. So we are going to have to get all this stuff off, though, because we can't take the rotor off, or the disc rather, without getting the pads off. So okay, so that's one down. Let's take a look at this one. Give me all your secrets. Looks like this one's probably fine. Can't see the pad here. There we go. That pad is yellow also. Alright, so everything in here is yellow. I think we're in good shape on that one. We don't have to take that one apart at all. Let's spin around this side. We'll inspect over here. Here we go. Here's the other broken caliper. So that's, this one's going to come off. Alright, so, oh, it just gives us the condition of the pads on this side. Let's probably check those just to make sure. I'm pretty sure it said there was 2 calipers in the brake pad, so let's get this off of here. Oh, sorry, 2 calipers in the brake, or 2 calipers in the disc. That's what I think we had to take care of. So let's just take a quick look here. Yeah, 2 calipers in a disc. So I think we're good. And the disc was in the back, so it's not a ventilated one. Alright, 2 of these. Oh, you know what? I didn't check the pistons. I probably should, or the cylinders, rather. Check those. Check out those cylinders just to make sure that we don't need to replace those. Also, 62% and 57%, so they're fine. I can actually get rid of this stuff. Don't need all these messed up parts in here. Get this stuff out of here. Man, we got lots of parts in here. No, you know what? Those are the calipers I'm working on right now. I should probably hold on to those for the moment. Oh no, these are old ones that I got rid of. Okay, so we got our 2 new brake calipers. I need a brake disc. Oops. I hope if I spelled it right. All right, brake disc. We don't need a ventilated one. We're good. All right, so the brake disc was back here. Let's tackle this one first. Assemble the parts. Get our brake disc on here. Pads. Caliper. Yes, I want to assemble those. Of course I do. I'm not spending money on new cylinders in there, but I don't really need them. Oh, hold on. Gotta put the wheel back on. That's kind of important for this guy to be able to drive out. Tighten it down a little star pattern. Nice. One wheel done. All right, so this whole side of the car is done. Spin over this side. Now it's just the left front caliper. Get this into assembly mode. Give me my caliper on here, please. Yeah, I want to use that cylinder. I know it's not really the best shape, but this guy has low standards, so I think we'll be all right. That's just the kind of customer we like at our shop. Customers with low standards. Makes my job a little bit easier. Alright, how do we do? Check out our orders. Brake disc, caliper, all taken care of. $220 spent. We didn't make a whole lot of money on this one. Total payout $328. Minimal parts 55%. I think we got it all taken care of. Let's get this out of here. Another car down. Alright, I think I'm gonna do one more, maybe one more car today. Ooh, look at this. We got another one that's gonna be a little bit of a mystery. Hey, I'm Roadmaster1234. That's what they call me on the internet. I'm a master behind the steering wheel in games. But now I bought a real machine, and I'll show those unbelievers what I can do on a real road. So please do something with those rims because they slow me down. And I think something's not right with the engine. It's making a strange banging noise. Take care. Okay, I think this one's going to be a challenge. We're going to have to repair this with parts that are 100%, so obviously we'll be buying new. But that's okay because I can't fix anything anyway. I don't have a repair table. Oh boy, look at this monster machine the guy got. Oh yeah, you're a real road demon. Alright, buddy. I'll get this on the lift. See if we can figure out what's wrong with your car. Alright, so he wants to do something with it. Yeah, those rims they're not in good shape. Boy. Let's take a look at what the orders are in this thing. At least that'll give me a sense of what I'm dealing with in terms of the number of repairs we have to do. Wow, there's a lot. Boy, this guy's engine's in a rough shape, I think. So with banging noise, it's probably an issue with the piston or something. Hopefully it's not like a... I don't know. Hopefully it's not like a piston hitting a valve or something. Alright, so we've got... You said something about the rims, right? So you said in those games, road. So please do something about these rims because they slow me down. Yeah, it's your rims, buddy. It's not at all your driving. Alright, let's get these taken care of. Inspect the rims. What are your rims like? I can't inspect them. Gotta take them off the car. Alright, let's get them off. They're definitely rusty, that's for sure. Can't tell the condition, but I can tell you they're rusted. Alright, we'll just grab all four right now. I might as well. Something's wrong with the engine. I'm really curious to see what the deal is with that. But that'll be just a barrel of laughs. Now, if I was a real mechanic, I could probably just start it up, and the sound of it would give me a lot of clues, but I'm not. So I won't. Pull it all apart. That's what I do. You know what? I leveled up to level 3. I guess on that last car, I didn't even notice. Let's go spend the point because I actually want to improve on... Oh, what is this? All right, what options we got? 50% faster part removal and then part installing and removal. Oh. How does it go faster? I mean, screwing and unscrewing. I don't know. 10% faster walking. That's of no use. 5% discount in shops. That's a good one. We definitely need that, but I'm really slow at inspecting, so I think I kind of want to crank this up. This may not be the best use. I mean, if I got the 5% one, I could start saving money right now, but frankly, since I'm going to have to hunt around a little bit to figure out what I'm doing, because I'm not really all that automobilically inclined. I got to pick up my old words now. If I don't have a good word, I'll just make one up. Alright, let's get all this. Oh, those rims are like 46% condition. They're not in the best shape. A lot of parts in here. I wish you could just pick all these things, but you gotta go through one at a time. Man. We had to chump change back for them, but you know, it's something. Alright, so we've got all these rims. I'm gonna need to separate these. And then maybe I can take a look at the rims and see what we're gonna need to replace those. So let's separate parts. We'll get all these things separated. Classic 06, I think these rims are. Now, he said he thinks the rims are slowing him down. No, do we just have to replace them with the same rims, or is he looking for an upgrade of some kind? Alright, we've got all the rims off of the tires, or the tires off the rims, I guess. I keep hitting escape when I really mean to go in here and check my inventory. Alright, so the Rim Classic 06, 17-inch rims. I don't really want to have to replace the rubber because it's in 70% condition. It's fine, so I don't want to change the size of the rim. Rim Classic 06. Let's go check out the rims and see what we have in here. Okay, so there's lots of different options. Now, I mean, we could replace it with the exact same rims, which I guess that's sort of what we could do here. Or we could try and swap it out for something else that's more expensive. But I don't know what he's willing to pay for, and I would hate to swap them into something that he's not going to take. I don't know exactly how this works in this game. Whether you're just like... He didn't like his rims, and he wants something that makes him go faster, but... These are the ones here. So the 17-inch rims he had. Uh-oh. Hold on. Just double check. Make sure I'm getting the right ones. I don't want to buy the wrong thing because that would be really bad. Rim Classic 06, ET0. Okay. 17-inch. Rim Classic 06. Where are they here? There we go. We got 17 inches. Alright, I guess we'll just get 4 of these. We'll replace them with the same ones, and then hopefully he just figures that if they're not rusted, his car will go faster. Because, you know, that's how us people on the internet think. You know, we're super smart that way. Get all these back together. Alright, we got all those swapped over. Now I guess we gotta balance them. So many tasks to do in this game. Alright, we'll just get each of the 4 tires balanced, then we'll get these back on the car, and then we'll get it back down on the ground and see if we can take a peek under the hood and figure out what's going on with his engine. Alright, we've got all 4 wheels back on the car. Let's get this thing back down on the ground. It occurs to me that since I don't really know what's wrong with the engine yet, even though I'm not personally a mechanic, the guy that I'm playing in this game is supposed to be, so I think there's probably a good opportunity here for us to do a little bit of diagnostic work instead of just by searching through the whole engine. Let's see if we can take this thing for a spin on the test track, and that, like, just driving it around might actually help give an indication for my character as to what's wrong, and then it might light it up for me, and that will help me find it. All right, acceleration test, slalom test, suspension test, and brake test. I guess if we run through all those, then it will kind of help diagnose the car for me, and then I'll have an idea what's going on. I don't hear any knocking noises. I don't know what the guy was talking about. Oh, that was a bit of a hard turn there, but whatever. As long as I don't crash this thing, I guess I should be a little bit careful since this is a customer car this time, not the test car. Come on. Nope. Even on the road. Hopefully this does what I think it'll do, and it'll give me some diagnostics. Whoa, this thing is just... Oh, yeah. It's just it's graceful as a swan. All right, last thing is the brake test. So I guess when a car comes in and we don't know what to do with it, we can just take it out to the test track, abuse the car a little bit on the track, and then hopefully... Oh, good stop. Okay, this gave me some sense of what I was maybe looking for, except... Front drive shaft, wheel hub bearing, everything's at 70%. I mean, it's not... Didn't really give me any specific callouts for stuff I need to swap out. Examine 25 parts. That did not give me what I needed. This was all about the handling and stuff, and not really so much about the engine. Tell me there's some other detail here is going to give me. Give me something else, because that was really of no use. The suspension and brakes and everything are fine. And they're not super awesome, but they're fine. All right, we're gonna have to pull the engine apart, I guess. Ah, drat. All right, let's get the hood open. Let's get in here and start poking around. I don't really like that this it's like a complete mystery for me right now. Oh, what do I got here? Oh, there we go. We got a problem with the belt tensioner. So that's one thing we're gonna have to deal with. What about the water pump? I can't examine the water pump until I take it apart, unfortunately. Idler roller's toast. That pulley's okay. What about these belts? That belt's toast. Oh, yeah. So we found the problem, at least. We didn't have to rip the whole engine open the way it was... When he was describing it knocking, I was kind of envisioning having to deal with, like, pistons and stuff, but unfortunately that doesn't appear to be the case. Zoom out here. What about the alternator? How's this alternator doing? I don't think we can examine that down here. All right, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces we got to deal with there. Let's get those off the engine. One. Oh wait, we got to take. Gotta get rid of the belt tensioner before I can get the belt off. That would make more sense. Belt tensioner, serpentine belts, and I don't think there was anything else here we had to deal with. Oh yeah, there was. Hold on. Need the idler roller. All right. All right, so we need serpentine belt A, belt tensioner, serpentine belt B, idler roller A. Oh boy, there's a lot of different serpentine belts in here that are an option. All right, so it was serpentine belt A, serpentine belt B, but not. All right, so there's A. Let's get one of these. Well, serpentine belt B, where are you? B with all kinds of numbers. Where's just plain B? There it is. There, serpentine belt B. We need an idler roller. That was an idler roller A, so we'll grab that. There's one other part I think that I'm missing here. What didn't I grab? Oh, yes, the belt tensioner. Belt tensioner, nice. At least there's only one choice for that. Okay, so that'll get, I think that's probably all the parts we have to deal with on this thing. If I could be mistaken, but I think that's it. Let's get back into assembly mode. Idler ruler, that's what we want. This is the repaired one, or the new one, rather. Stick that on there. Next, get our serpentine belt B in place. Then our belt tensioner. Then serpentine belt A. Down here. Boom, Bob's your uncle. Alright, I think we got it fixed. Hold on, let's see. Close this up. Take a look at the notes. Oh, I missed a part. Are you kidding me? There's one piece in there. That's still a mess. Oh, drat. Alright, I gotta get... you know what? I'm gonna sell off the parts that I have in my inventory just so I don't get confused with any of these busted up parts. We'll get rid of all these. Just to make some space in here, and then I'm going to pull all those pieces off again. See if I can figure out what part's all messed up. Oh my goodness. Man, this took forever. So I pulled a whole pile of the car apart, and it turns out it's the radiator fan housing fan. That's the issue. Man, I stripped this whole engine down again. After I thought it would be something that was maybe related to a similar area with all the belts on the one side of the engine. That wasn't it. It was the fan and the radiator housing fan. Okay, so finally, man, that I'm glad to have that figured out. I feel like I probably lost a little bit of money on this one, mostly because radiator fan housing fan. That's the one I want. Mostly because I spent so much time on this that I don't know if it's going to add on like my work time in order to kind of give me a price here of how much I spent on this thing or what, but hopefully not, because it took me a long time to figure out that it was an issue with the cooling and the fan that was making all the banging and not a scenario in the actual engine itself. Alright, so pick this, pick the fan, we're good to go. I think that should be the last part that we need to repair in here. Show me the goods. Yes. Thank you. Man, that took forever. All right, so 790 we spent on that in parts, which isn't so bad. 368 task bonus. Job bonus 368. I have no idea why it always seems to double it out. Total payout 1526. So we made a good 750 or so dollars. Almost 750 anyway. Maybe I should close the hood for this one. Finish order. Yeah. All right, we're up to $9,114. And we got up to level 3, so that's pretty sweet. I think I'm going to call it a night for this, though. I might try to earn a little bit more cash in between videos so we can maybe try and get out and do some more interesting stuff. Like, I'm kind of hoping that we'll get a chance to do something in the junkyard or a car auction if we can get our cash up high enough. But I clearly need a little bit more practice in diagnosis. The trouble here, too, is that when I go into like the diagnostic tools, I just don't have much. So... parts options. I don't have access to the tablet and stuff either. So I guess those are all things that I must have to unlock as I level up. So like in here in the toolbox, as you go through, you get... no, definitely the next thing I'm definitely taking is this one here to get the part savings. And then hopefully we'll be able to get the repair bench soon as well. But thanks everyone for checking out the video. I do hope you enjoy these and you'll come back and check out some more. We'll come back and visit my little workshop again another time and get to work on some more cars. Learn a little bit more about how they all go back together. And then hopefully we can make some cash and try to find our own little project we can try and restore. I'm, as always, CrypticFox. I'll see all of you next time.